Morning, guys. How's it going? Busy weekend and coming up into the Christmas period. Lots of social going on. So, relationship tallies. Not what people asking what do I mean by that. Well, there's certain people that I know maybe the relationship started off okay, but then it becomes a kind of a one-upmanship, I guess, but not in the way you think. Usually it comes to a point where I know something changes about a person or a relationship, or maybe it was always like that, where they always keep kind of a score on what they've done, and you know that they feel like someone else owes them something because of everything they've done for them. To a certain extent that can be correct, but then if that's the sole focus of why not you don't get along, then there's probably something seriously wrong there. Something's changed. I mean, sometimes I might take it in turns doing things for my friends, and we kind of jokingly goes, oh, you know, you paid last time, I'll pay this time, if we go out to dinner or something like that, or, you know, just something playful like that. But it's not about, you know, oh, I've done so much for you, oh, you owe me, or, you know, something like that. It's kind of sad in a way, and there's many people I know who have their relationships based solely on that, which, if it's kind of been agreed, particularly in a I guess in a DS perspective, when they talk about some activities and play, and, you know, I've done this for this period of time and I don't feel like it, but I'll do it for you, and it seems more of like an obligation rather than a relationship. So I think you got to wonder about why you're continuing the relationship in any respects, whether it's DS or just general relationships. The owing of something to somebody, I think maybe it's the owing time and effort. Some people would say, oh, but why really are you upset about time and effort and something someone may or may not have said? Have you talked about it with them, like explain things? And yeah, I can understand that maybe, you know, everyone has their foibles. Have you maybe thought about there are some things that they find objective about you, and they may have tried and raised it with you, or they may have just left you to do your own thing, and have you done them the courtesy of that, you know, reciprocating that? There's plenty of people I'm friends with who post stuff on social media that I don't agree with, I find objectionable, I find incredibly silly. I might ask some questions just to clarify what the point of view is, but I don't immediately go down and say, oh, you're wrong, it's fucked, and, you know, you're stupid, and, you know, that's not helpful. I mean, I can at least see where they came from, and at least I can go and ask the question. If I think that something is factually incorrect, or I would like to have more information regarding that, I'll ask. If I can't be bothered, then I'm like, okay, well, that's where they're at the moment. I don't agree with it, but that's what they think, and it's a free fucking country. That's what the whole freedom of speech is supposed to be about. But really, in Australia, it's supposed to be about freedom to criticise the government, which people do freely. Criticise the government and what they're doing, and the politicians. So, number one, if you're a poly and you object to people calling you an idiot or making threats against you, you're a politician. You didn't exactly sign up for it, but that's part and parcel of what goes on when you become a public figure like that. So relationship tallies, do you have people that constantly say, well, you know, I did this for you and you owe me that all the time? You know, there's certain obligations people have socially towards each other, being friends, you know, be able to listen. And one of the biggest ones is to call each other on their shit, as it were. If you think that, you know, no, wait a minute, that's just not right, you may risk their friendship. That's okay. I mean, you're okay with that. They might be the best friend you've had in all the world. That's okay. Some friends, they do this on occasion, and they come back to you and they go, hey, yeah, you were right. G'day, Adam. How's it going over there? It's pretty sunny here. It's getting really hot. But so yeah, looking around you, you have these kind of today social obligations and tallies all the time. They're not always, you don't always keep track of them, and I suggest you don't keep track of them. It's too much energy to do that. That's just silly. But be aware that there's other people that will look at life like that and look at their relationship with you like that, and then you can go, look, okay, if that's the way you think, that's okay. I will or won't buy into that. So do you view some of your relationships as having, I guess, kind of like a tally or mutual obligation? How does that work for you? Why do you think in those terms with these particular relationships? Do you want to keep those particular relationships going like that? For business, it's one of those things, business relationships. Personal relationships and DS doesn't quite work like that. And things are kind of fluid, and you've got to let things be not so rigid to be able to adapt to a lot of things. Some rigidity is good because then you get like a baseline, but you've got to also be flexible enough. Otherwise you find yourself out of good friendships and relationships that, could have done you well and helped you develop and grow. Anyway, I think that's it for Monday. Pooped it. It's really humid here in Australia at the moment, particularly in Queensland. It's like walking through pea soup. Legs feel heavy. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye.